On a day marked by contentious exchanges in the hallowed halls of Congress, Republicans and educational leaders from some of the nation's top school districts convened to grapple with the handling of anti-Semitism within K-12 public schools. Central to the hearings were David Banks, the Chancellor of New York City Public Schools, and representatives from other districts known for their liberal leanings, including the Berkeley Unified School District in California and Montgomery County Public Schools in Maryland. These districts, all of which have experienced real tension following recent conflicts in the Middle East, were called upon to explain their responses to anti-Semitic acts and sentiments within their schools. Under the scrutiny of the House Education Committee, Republicans aimed to replicate the probing inquiries they previously reserved for university presidents. Their primary concern was the perceived increase in anti-Semitic incidents following the attack by Hamas on Israel on October 7th, which had reverberated through school corridors and classrooms. Amid questions that swung from the direct to the politically charged, David Banks was unfaltering in his stance. Swastikas, hateful statements, and any form of anti-Semitism had no place in the educational fabric of New York City's schools. The handling of a particular protest at a high school, where students targeted a teacher for her pro-Israel public statements, was probed intensely, leading to a discussion on disciplinary actions, including student suspensions and the reassignment of a principal. Throughout the hearing, responses veered from steadfast denials of anti-Semitism to the acknowledgement of its disturbing presence. Officials across the school districts stressed their commitment to combating hate through disciplinary measures and educational interventions, yet the hearing revealed stark differences in approach and perception. For instance, Banks, representing the largest school district in the nation, engaged in a fiery debate with lawmakers, asserting that solutions lay beyond just disciplinary action and insisted on teaching as the antidote to ignorance and bias. His stance on intervening in hate was clear. The school system had terminated employees over anti-Semitic incidents, reflecting a no-tolerance policy. On the other side of the aisle, Democrats questioned the political motivations behind the hearing, pointing to past instances of ambivalence towards white supremacy and anti-Semitism by members within their own ranks. The emphasis throughout the testimonies and exchanges was on the need for a unified approach to combating anti-Semitism and hate of all kinds, with a call for more inclusive educational practices. As Banks eloquently put it, the true challenge was to foster an environment where young people are exposed to and understand the commonality among diverse communities, teaching them to reject all forms of hate. The hearings, while at times verging on the confrontational, laid bare a crucial and complex challenge facing our educational system: how to effectively address and prevent anti-Semitism and hate speech within a culture of varying political and ideological perspectives. As stories of discipline, educational reforms, and calls for unity emerged, it became evident that the path forward demands vigilant attention, open dialogue, and most importantly, a commitment to inclusivity and mutual respect among students, educators, and the wider community.